Alright guys, welcome back to a new video. Today is Friday, and yeah, today I want to recap my trade from today. And as you can see, I already have the setup here, and I perfectly shorted this high here today and shorted it all the way down until these lows here. So this was a huge trade for me, and I also made really good profit on this. So you can see here, I took this trade on a brand new funded account on Topstep. I lost one funded account last week. I have to admit this here, full transparency as always. But you can see this was the first day here. You can see this is a funded account by the yellow number here on top. But yeah, you can see first day and I made 2 grand on this. So yeah, I'm looking forward for next week. Maybe I get a payout on this account next week. I also have some other accounts. But yeah, let's see. But I'm not here to only show my profits. I'm here to show you the trade, my thoughts about this, and yeah, how you can copy this in the future. So it was basically just a sweep of this previous high here. So this was the 6 a.m. high, and we had our last leg down. This was this low here, and as you know, I'm using standard deviation to determine possible reversal zones, and I'm always looking for alignment. So I want alt highs. So for example, the 6 a.m. high here, I want this in alignment with the -2.5 and -2 zone. So this is the standard deviation zone I'm looking for. If you don't understand this, I have a lot of videos about standard deviations. So yeah, just watch the videos if you don't understand this. But yeah, this was the last manipulation leg up here. And I was like, okay, the zone is perfectly in alignment with this high here. So after the open, so I'm always waiting for the 9:30 open and New York time. After the open, I want to look for reversal signs to short this down. But this was just a quick recap of my entry method. I think we can delete the whole chart here. And yeah, I'm trying to explain you the whole process. So what we do before this is I want to go back here. So let's start with the replay mode. And so today I had bearish bias. So that's the first thing, because I also can imagine a lot of people were targeting these highs here, because even this high here wasn't swept. So NQ literally stopped somewhere here, but never hit this high. And I totally understand this, because we had a lot of stacked liquidity, and I'm also trying to target stacked liquidity. So same for me. And also, what's another reason to be bullish here? So I just want to tell you, you don't need to be always right. You can see the -4 level was also perfectly here. So I can totally understand if people were bullish still here. But now I want to show you the main reason why I was bearish, and for this, and this is my first step of the day, and this is the daily chart. I want to check the daily order flow. What we can see here, I mean, of course, we have something like an uptrend here. But what we can see here, and this is what I want to see, and this is the previous daily candle. So that's this green candle here. But what you can see is this candle here literally swept the previous daily high, so Wednesday. So we had Wednesday, this candle here, also a really bearish candle. And then we had Thursday, and this is the previous daily candle. And this literally came up all the way to sweep this high here. And then it sold down heavy. So what I mean by this is, let me go on the hourly chart. Yeah, this heavy sell down here, this was the day before. And we also closed down here. So I was like, okay, the chance that we continue tomorrow is really high. And that's also what we received. And second point, why I would, let me get on the 50-minute chart to make it more clear. Because I saw this at, I think TJR was it, I don't really like him, sorry, but I think he was still longing somewhere here to get this high here. But I was like, okay, just use basic premium and discount. So this is my model. I don't want to bash anyone here. But yeah, I would actually only look for longs when we're in discount here. It's really simple, that premium and discount, but it's really efficient. And yeah, we were in premium, so I'm not going too long here. I want to look for shorts. So if we get a manipulation down, maybe then you can look for longs, but not here. So I hope you understand this. And this is how I create my bias basically. I think it's 90% the daily chart and premium and discount, and that's it actually. And what also made me bearish was we had still Asia low here, London low here. So we had a lot of liquidity also here engineered over the whole day. We never had a deep sweep down. So I was like, okay, price really wants to go here. And also when we look on the daily open, so since the daily open, so this is where the daily candle opens up, there was actually no wick down. And most of the time, price is just manipulating higher engineering liquidities to sell down later. So this is how I'm also trying to interpret the daily open. But let's get back to the setup. So I think we can replay this. And what I do always is I'm waiting for 9:30. So let's just skip all this price action here. Okay, now we had 9:30 here. And what I do is, so we had this high here. And to be honest, I was waiting for this high here. Like I told you, I think many guys also wanted to see at least a sweep of this high here, but we never received this sweep. And some people tried to long this up, and I understand this, to be honest. But yeah, I was also waiting for this high. But yeah, the reason why I also tried it here was, like I said, we had standard deviation here, and it was perfectly in alignment. So this was the standard deviation zone. Like I said, if you don't understand this, I have like 5 tutorials about this, so you don't need to ask a question. Yeah, because a lot of people ask me about standard deviation, but I'm like, bro, I have like 10 videos about standard deviation. So yeah, basically this is all I wanted to see. I mean, of course, it could have gone higher. You can see the -4 level. This is the second important level I'm looking for, and it was also in alignment with this high. So if I would have been wrong here, this would be totally fine. And that's also why I have multiple funded accounts, because, so let's imagine I took a loss here. I can take a second trade here. This is totally fine. My model has a 35% win rate, but you have really big winners and really small losers. And it's totally fine to get one loss here. Like I always have daily losses. So don't think I have a really high win rate. I'm only uploading winners at the moment because it gets the most views, obviously. So please don't get a wrong opinion about trading in general. It's all about consistency, and it's totally okay to have losses. And just keep your losses smaller than your winners. That's basic knowledge. But let's get back to this. And most of you guys know, I think people who really listen to me they know I'm waiting. So once we swap this high here, so you can see we had kind of a down move here. But what I always do is I'm waiting for a inversion fair value gap on the 1-minute chart. But to be honest, there was no inversion fair value gap here. But I still really wanted to take the setup here. So what I was doing was actually I just went on the 3-minute chart, and I was waiting for this candle here to close below the previous one. So I was actually just waiting for a closure here. So this is also an entry model, but I don't really like it because the inversion fair value gap is more accurate. So most of the time you get a lot better entries. So I don't recommend this always, but today there was no fair value gap. And I placed my order here. So you can see we already had the retest. I placed my stop loss above the high. And to be honest, I also wasn't really convinced in this trade because, like I said, I'm waiting for inversion fair value gap, and we still had this high here left. But somehow it worked. And then when it comes to the target, I was targeting the Asia low. So I was targeting this level here. I think it was even lower. I think it was this low here because I think all this down move was actually within 10 minutes. But you can see this is a 4.5 hour trade. So this is really great. So you can see by calculating this, I just said I have a 35% win rate. And this is really great when you catch 4-hour trades or sometimes 8-hour trades. So that's great. But now let's see how it plays out. And here you can see it worked really well. And then it started to sell down immediately. And also, what I always do this, I just forgot this to mention. I'm using PO3 as well. So you can see I have here the hourly chart and here the 15-minute chart. I stopped using the 4-hour chart because I don't really care. I never looked on it. But you can see that's what we also want to see. We want to see price to reap a previous hourly high. So we want to see price. I'm just doing a quick checklist at first. An old high and an hourly high. Most of the time it's the same. Then we want price to be in a zone of standard deviation. and we want our position to be in alignment with the higher time frame order flow. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I was bearish, and that's it. That's my model. And then you just wait for first signs of weakness. You use the first inversion, fair value gap breaker, fair value gap, I don't know. Do your own research, and that's it. And this is my model. That's basically it. Of course, I can explain it a bit more, but yeah, here you can see we hit my TP, and that's it. This was the trade. I hope you liked the video, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And I know a lot of people ask me for Discord and for a course and one-on-one teaching. I have to say this here, I'm really busy with university at the moment, but I can guarantee you I'm working on a Discord and I'm working on a course. So I can say this here. I think the course will be around $150 to $200, and trust me, this is the best price you can get. I'm not a big fan of over advertising, and I think the course still needs at least 3 months, but I can guarantee you, like, this course will be the best course for you. Like 200 is even not enough, but I don't want to take all your money. That's not my intention. But yeah, and also Discord, I think I will do a Discord with daily live streams at least 4 times a week, maybe more. Maybe when I do London sessions, it will be more than 5 streams a week. But yeah, the Discord will be like, I don't know, $50 a month. But I will also do a lot of live teaching there. So there will be, yeah, like I said, 5 weekly live trading sessions, but also some recap sessions, also some Q&A, and yeah, some teaching sessions, and also a journal. So I will do my journal public there. And yeah, I will show you a lot how to journal and all this stuff on the Discord and the course. So it's a really advanced course. And yeah, stay tuned for this. Like I said, it will take 3 months after my university exam phase. I'm starting to work on this, and yeah, see you next time.